It Works by RH. This is Yvette from My World of Metaphysics, bringing you another law of attraction metaphysical lesson from the girl next door. Today I want to speak to you about It Works. I want to speak to you about one definite way that you can change your life for the better and manifest the things in your life that you desire. This book is very important to me, and that's why I decided to take the time out to show you one precise way that you can change your life. I am going to read the book, the short book, It Works, hoping that it will make a change in your life as it has for me. What is the real secret of obtaining desirable possessions? Are some people born under a lucky star, or others charmed which enables them to have all which they seem to desire? And if not, what is the cause of the difference in the conditions under which men live? Many years ago, feeling that there must be a logical answer to this question, I decided to find out, if possible, what it was. I found the answer to my own satisfaction and for years have given the information to others who have used successfully. From a scientific, psychological, theological viewpoint, some of the following statements may be interpreted as incorrect, but nevertheless, the plan which brought the results desired to those who have followed the simple instructions, and it is my sincere belief that I am now presenting it in a way which will bring happiness and possessions to many more. If wishes were horses, beggars would ride, is the attitude taken by the average man and woman in regards to possessions. They are not aware of the power so near that it is overlooked, so simple in operation that it is difficult to conceive, and so sure in results that it is not made use of consciously or recognized as a cause of failure or success. Gee, I wish that were mine, is the outburst of Jimmy, the office boy, as a new red roister goes by. And Florence, the telephone operator, expresses the same thought regarding a ring in a jeweler's window, while poor old Jones, the bookkeeper, during the Sunday stroll replies to his wife, "Yes, dear, it would be nice to have a home like that, but it is out of the question. We will have to continue to rent." Landham, the salesman, protests that he does all the work, gets the short end of the money, and will someday quit his job and find a real one. And President Bardun, in his private sanatorium, voices a bitter tirade against the annual attack of hay fever. At home, it's much the same. Last evening, father declared that daughter Mabel was headed straight for disaster, and today, mother's allowance problem and other trying affairs fade into insignificance as she exclaims, "This is the last straw. Robert's school teacher wants to see me this afternoon. His reports are terrible. I know, but I'm late for bridge right now. She'll have to wait until tomorrow." So goes the endless streams of expressions like these from millions of people in all classes who give no thought to what they really want and who are getting all that they are entitled to and expected. If you are one of these millions of thoughtless talkers or wishers and would like to decide to change your present condition, you can have it. But first of all, you must know what you want, and this is no easy task. When you can train your objective mind, the mind you use every day, to decide definitely upon the things and conditions you desire, you will have taken your first big step to accomplishing and securing what you know you want. To get you to want is no more mysterious or uncertain than the radio waves all around. Tune in correctly and you get a perfect result. But to do this, it is, of course, necessary to know something of your experiment and have a plan of operation. You have within you a mighty power, anxious and willing to serve you, a power capable of giving you that which you earnestly desire. This power is described by Thomas J. Hudson, PhD, author of The Law of Psychic Phenomena, as your subjective mind. Other learned writers use different names and terms, but all agree that it is omnipotent. Therefore, I call this power Emmanuel, God in us. Regardless of the name of this great power, or the conscious admission of a God, the power is capable and willing to carry to a complete and perfect conclusion every earnest desire of your objective mind. But you must be ready and earnest about what you really want. Occasional wishing or half-hearted wanting does not form a perfect connection or communication with your omnipotent power. You must be in earnest, sincerely, and truthfully desiring certain conditions or things, mental, physical, and spiritual. Your objective mind and will are so vacillating that you are usually only wishing for things, and the wonderful, capable powers within you does not function. Most wishes are simply vocal expressions. Jimmy, the office boy, gave no thought of possessing the red rooster. Landon, the salesman, was not thinking of any other job or even thinking at all. President Bardun knew he had hay fever and was expecting it. Father's business was quite likely successful, and Mother, no doubt, brought home first prize from the bridge party that day. But they had no fixed idea of what they really wanted for their children to accomplish, and were actually helping to bring about the unhappy conditions which existed. If you are in earnest about changing the present condition, here is a concise, definite, resultful plan with rules, explanations, and suggestions. The plan. Write down on paper in order of importance the things and conditions you really want. Do not be afraid of wanting too much. Go to limit in writing down your wants. Change the list daily, adding to and taking from it until it is about right. Do not be discouraged on account of changes, as this is natural. There will always be changes and additions with accomplishments and increasing desires. 3 positive rules of accomplishment. Number 1, read the list of what you want 3 times each day, morning, noon, and night. Number 2, think of what you want as often as possible. Number 3, do not talk to anyone about your plan except to the great power within you, which will unfold to your objective mind the method of accomplishment. It is obvious that you cannot acquire faith at the start. Some of your desires, from all practical reasoning, may seem positively unattainable, but nevertheless, write them down on your list in their proper place of importance to you. There is no need to analyze how the power within you is going to accomplish your desires. Such a procedure is as unnecessary as trying to figure out why a grain of corn placed in a fertile soil shoots up a green stalk, blossoms, and produces an ear of corn containing hundreds of grains, each capable of doing what the one grain did. If you will follow the definite plan and carry out the 3 simple rules, the method of accomplishment will unfold quite as mysteriously as the ear of corn appears on the stalk, and in most cases, much sooner than you can expect. When new desires, deserving positions at or about the top of your list come to you, then you may rest assured you are progressing correctly. Removing from your list items which at first you thought you wanted is another sure indicator of progress. It is natural to be skeptical and have doubts, distrusts, and questionings. But when these thoughts arise, get out your list, read it over, or if you have it memorized, talk to your inner self about your desires until the doubts that interfere with your progress are gone. Remember, nothing can prevent you from having that which you earnestly desire. Others have these things. Why not you? The omnipotent power within you does not enter into any controversial argument. It is waiting and willing to serve when you are ready. But your objective mind is so susceptible to suggestion that it is almost impossible to make any satisfactory progress when surrounded by skeptics. Therefore, choose your friends carefully. Associate with people who now have some of the things you really want, but do not discuss your method of accomplishment with them. Put down on your list of wants such material things as money, home, automobiles, or whatever else it is that you may want. But do not stop there. Be more definite. If you want an automobile, decide what kind, style, price, color, and all the other details, including when you want it. If you want a home, place the structure, the grounds, the furnishing. Decide on the location and the cost. If you want money, write down the amount. If you want a break, if you want to break a record in your business, put it down. It may be a sales record. If so, write out the total, the date acquired, then the number of items you must sell to make it. Also list your prospects and put after each name the sum expected. This may seem very foolish at first, but you can never realize your desires if you do not know positively and in detail what you want and when you want it. If you cannot decide this, you are not in earnest. You must be definite, and when you are, results will be surprising and almost unbelievable. A natural and ancient enemy will no doubt appear when you get your first taste of accomplishment. This enemy is discredit, in the form of such thoughts as, "It can't be possible. It just happened to be. What a remarkable coincidence." When such thoughts occur, give thanks and assert credit to the omnipotent power for the accomplishment. By doing this, you gain assurance and more accomplishment, and in time, prove to yourself that there is a law which actually works at all times when you are in tune with it. Sincere and earnest thanks cannot be given without gratitude, and it is impossible to be thankful and grateful without being happy. Therefore, when you are thanking your greatest and your best friend, your omnipotent power, for the gifts received, do so with all your soul and let it be reflected in your face. The power and what it does is beyond understanding. Do not try to understand it, but accept the accomplishment with thankfulness, happiness, and strengthened faith. Caution. It is possible to want and obtain that which will make you miserable, that which will wreck the happiness of others, that which will cause sickness and death, that which will rob you of eternal life. You can have what you want, but you must take all that goes with it. So, in planning your wants, plan that which you are sure will give you and your fellow man the greatest good here on earth, thus paving the way to that future hope beyond the pale of human understanding. This method of securing what you want applies to everything you are capable of desiring, and the scope being so great. It is suggested that your first list consists of only those things with which you are quite familiar, such as an amount of money, or an accomplishment, or a possession of material things. Such desires are these things that are more easily and quickly obtained than the discontinuance of fixed habits, the welfare of others, the healing of mental and bodily ills. Accomplish the lesser things first, then take the next step, and when that is accomplished, you will seek the higher and really important objectives in life. But long before you reach this stage of your progress, many worthwhile desires will find their place on your list. One will be to help others as you have been helped. Great is the reward of those who help and give without thoughts of self, as it is impossible to be unselfish without gain. In conclusion, a short while ago, Dr. Emile Coué came to this country and showed thousands of people how to help themselves. Thousands of others spoofed at the idea, refused his assistance, and are today where they were before his visit. So with this statement and plan presented to you now, you can reject or accept. You can remain as you are or have anything you want. The choice is yours, but God grant that you may find in this short volume the inspiration to choose aright. Follow the plan and thereby obtain, as so many others have, all things, whatever they may be, that you desire. Read the entire book over again and again and then again. Memorize the 3 simple rules on pages 17 and 18. Test them now on what you want most this minute. This book could have been extended easily over 350 pages, but it has been deliberately shortened to make it easy as possible for you to read, understand, and use. Will you try it? Thousands of better lives will testify to the fact that it works. This is Yvette from My World of Metaphysics. If you like this video, please like it, please subscribe. It keeps me going, and namaste.